Hi everybody, I'd like to thank you as always for joining me. Today we're going to be making a lasagna. I don't know if you caught my video the other day. I actually made the sauce for the lasagna. So I'm in the process of heating that up right now. And if you did watch the video, you've seen the ingredients I used. I did use one more ingredient that's very important. As I was cooking the lasagna and as I was cooking the sauce and tasting it, I realized that it needed some sugar. So I ended up adding about 4 tablespoons of sugar to the sauce because it had a little bit of bitterness to it, and that took care of that. So that is a very important ingredient. I just used regular sugar, and I seasoned it with the seasonings that you see. And when you boil the water for lasagna noodles, just add a little bit of salt to the water. And I'm going to start by grating. And I will be using Barilla lasagna noodles. I like to use a box, and I use a couple of 2 or 3 out of a second box. So I use a whole pound and about 3 extra or 4 extra of these. I got ricotta cheese here. That's whole milk ricotta cheese. And I got 2 eggs, which we'll be blending together. And we'll be adding that to our lasagna also. But I'm going to start by shredding the cheese first. I'm just going to open my package. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I ended up working really late, but I still want to get this video done. So I got a nice big bowl here. I think I'm going to save that bowl and use a smaller one for this. Use this one right here. Hey Chris, how's it going? Thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for dropping me a like, I appreciate it. So I like to use the big side of the grater. So when I grate it, it's actually in the biggest pieces. There's 4 different variations, but I like to use the biggest one. It actually goes fairly quick. Using a big grater like this, if you have one of the smaller ones, I suggest you go out and buy one of these bigger ones because it's much easier to hold in your hand and to shred. It actually goes a lot faster. I just started and I'm already almost half done. How's it going, Whitepack? Thanks for joining me. Let's see how far I came along, and I only got a little piece left. I really do like to shred it myself. I think it adds a better flavor. You know, I do add some that's already been shredded, but I always try to add at least one block of cheese that I shred myself, as a rule of thumb. It gets a little hard when you got a little piece left. You gotta try to hold it in your hand and try not to braid your fingers. And that's about it. I'm gonna clean off the cheese grater, reach it inside. We don't want to waste anything. Wipe it down, give it a couple taps. We'll place that off to the side. Well, the water's just about boiling. I'll be adding my noodles soon. Now I'm going to crack a couple of eggs. The cheese I'm using is from a company called Supreme, but you can get it from any company, it doesn't matter. And it's mozzarella cheese, whole milk. It's a solid block. Used to be 16 ounces, but they've cut it down to 12 for some reason. So next time I'll be looking for a different brand that's an actual 16-ounce block. That's what I really like to use, but like everything else, they cut back. So, but it's whole milk mozzarella. And this is Dragoni ricotta cheese, also whole milk. I'll be using this. So I'm just gonna cut the top open. It's got a little plastic top. Cut that right off. We'll add that to our big bowl. I got a spoon here for that. I'm going to give the sauce a quick stir. I don't want it to stick. I'm going to lower it down real low. I'm just going to finish scraping out my ricotta cheese into the bowl. I'm going to crack a couple of eggs in the bowl. Thankfully, I didn't get any shells. Now the water is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and add my lasagna noodles right to the water. And we're only going to cook this for 10 minutes because it doesn't have to be cooked all the way, because it's actually going to cook in the oven. So it'll finish cooking in the oven. You don't want to overcook it, because if you cook it all the way and then you cook it in the oven too, it's just going to be too soft. So 10 minutes is plenty. I just check the time so I know when it'll be 10 minutes. from the time I put it in the water. And like I said, I'm going to add my extra noodles from my second box. I'll try to get the noodles down into the water. We'll be checking those every so often. So now we'll continue. Now we can add our eggs right to the ricotta cheese. Put that bowl off to the side. Now we're just going to mix it together. It'll become nice and fluffy. You won't see any more yellow from the yolk. That's when you know it's done mixing. You just won't see any more yellow from the yolk. That's fine right there. So we got our cheeses prepared. I got my extra cheese here that I'll be using. Sauce has already been heated up. I got my lasagna, glass lasagna dish right here. So I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven. I'm preheating it to 350. I'm going to stir the noodles. They've been in there for about 2 minutes. And I don't care how much you stir them, they like to stick together, even with adding the salt, but you just got to kind of deal with it and separate them when they're done. Making lasagna is actually really not that difficult. It's making the sauce that takes the time. That's why I did this video in 2 parts, because it's hard for me with working to do everything all in one video, so I separated it. Well, the pan's starting to overboil a little, so I'm going to lower it down. I'm going to put away the things that I don't need anymore. Give that pasta a quick stir. It's already sticking together. Deal with that later. I got some aluminum foil because when we put it in the oven, once we get all our ingredients together and the lasagna made, we're gonna top it with aluminum foil and put that right in the oven. And maybe the last couple of minutes we'll take the aluminum foil off. I'm actually going to turn the sauce off. It's heated up enough because it's going to bake in the oven. You just don't want to take the sauce out of the refrigerator cold and make the lasagna from a cold sauce. I like to heat it up first. And when you make a sauce, I mean, it'll last. You can have it in the refrigerator for a few days, no problem. It's just going to taste better when you use it. You know, after a day or two, it actually, I think the flavors blend together better. Right now the noodle's been cooking for 6 minutes and they're already starting to get softer. So a few more minutes and then we'll be ready to go. Start assembling our lasagna. It's actually kind of fun. Looking really good. Got about 2 more minutes. Then we'll shut that off and we'll start making it. The oven's almost at temperature, so we'll be all set there. When we're ready, we'll just be able to slide it right in. So down to the last minute. My wife just sent me a message, so I want to say hi, honey. She's at work right now, so she's probably watching my video. So that's it. We're going to turn off the pasta now. And the first thing you want to do is you want to put sauce at the bottom of your pan. So that's the first thing you do is put sauce on the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Put some sauce right in. And I wish you were here to smell this. It is so, the aroma is just amazing. So I covered the bottom with a layer of sauce, and if you watch my video, you remember that I use bay leaf. So as I'm doing this, if I see any bay leaves, I'm going to take them out and throw them away. Because these are only for flavor, not for eating. So now we're going to go ahead and put a layer of noodles. This can get really hot, but I want to just kind of grab them and lay them right in. I got a little pan here on the side I can put them in. Sometimes you got to give them a second because they're just so hot and they stick together. And my pan is a little bit longer than the noodle, so I'm going to put one across to take up the spot at the end. Dave, want to bring in the camera? Dave? So we got our first layer done. So now we're going to go ahead, we put sauce in the bottom, our first layer of noodles. Now we're going to go ahead and add some more sauce. I'm going to spread it around. We're going to grab our cheese. And just put it in random locations. It's all going to spread around anyway. We're going to grab our fresh shredded mozzarella. I'm going to add some of that. Some of our already shredded mozzarella. We'll add some of that. Got one little spot here in this. Take care of that. Then we can go ahead and start with our second layer of noodles. So the side where I put the one across, I'm going to stagger it. The next layer I'm going to come this way, and at the end I'm going to put the one this way. So I'm going to do the opposite of what I did last time. I'm going to take a few noodles out and let them cool so I don't burn myself. tongs. Really kind of sticking together right now. I got one separated here. So I'm placing another one. Then I want to grab another one. This one's really stuck together, so I'm trying to get it apart. There we go. So we got another one. Now when I put one across the back, it's a little too long, so we just fold it like so. And now we start with our second layer of sauce. Actually third, because we had one on the very bottom. And that's the important one. You have to put sauce on the bottom of the pan. That's very, very important. And there's another bay leaf, so we're going to take that out. And here's another one, rather big one. I mean, you're not going to get every one, but if you see them, you want to take them out. That way people can have an easier eating experience, considering they're not something that you eat. So there we go. A little bit more sauce here, and that's fine. Go ahead with our ricotta cheese. That. I'm going to go with our fresh grated mozzarella. Add some of that. So you're basically just doing the same thing over and over again. I'm going to add some of my already grated mozzarella. Gonna pat it down a little bit. It's easier to pat down when you have the other cheese on top because it doesn't stick to the back of the spoon. That's why I don't pat it down before I add the shredded cheese, because it doesn't like to pad as easily. And I should be taking these noodles out while I'm doing this, but I keep forgetting. So don't do what I'm doing. Take the noodles out, let them cool as you're making your next layer. I keep forgetting. Now I'm starting from the side where I ended short. What? I can't read it. You want me to adopt you? Okay, I'll think about it. I got a broken piece here, but I'm still going to use it. It's fine. So now, take a few more noodles out. Let them cool. Put that one right across there. Hey, what's going on? How's it going, buddy? Thanks for joining me today. Oh, George. How's it going, George? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. So now, I'm going to go ahead and add one more layer of sauce. And there's another bay leaf. Take out a few more noodles. Let those cool. I remembered that time. Just spreading it around. Go ahead and add our ricotta cheese. Looks like we're going to do one more layer after this, and that's going to be it. I'm going to save a little ricotta for the last layer. I'll use half of my fresh shredded. That's about enough because I'm going to save this for the top later. I want to go with my already shredded. Now we'll go ahead and add our noodles, starting on this side this time. Oh, it's much better when they're cool. This will be our last layer. I got a little bit extra noodles. I'm not going to waste them. I'll just add them in various places. It's fine. So I think that's going to be it. We're just going to add some more sauce to the top. We'll use our fresh mozzarella. And that's going to be it. bay leaf, I'm gonna pick that up. Spreading the sauce all around. And there's a big bay leaf. Get that right out of there. I think that looks good. So we'll add a little bit of fresh mozzarella we had left right to the top. Some of our shredded mozzarella right to the top. A little bit more on the edges here. And that's our finished lasagna. Dave, you want to bring it in? Dave? Bring it in. Now we're going to cover it. I'm going to place it in the oven. Center rack. Oh, it's heavy. That's a big boy right there. We're going to set our timer. For 1 hour. We're going to let it cook. I'm probably going to check it about 10 minutes before. I'll pull the aluminum foil off to let it brown a little bit on top, and that's it. So, just going to clean up a little now. Can you hear talking? Okay. So now I'm just going to clean up a little bit, get stuff out of the way, and go from there. We'll let this lasagna bake. When it's done, we'll take a good look at it, but I will not be cutting into it because I like to let the lasagna set up for a while, and I'm probably going to be eating this tomorrow. So I'm going to let it sit out for a while, let it set up, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator after a while, and then tomorrow we'll be eating it. So I just wanted to let you know that. Normally I taste what I cook, but this is one thing that I'm going to... No, lasagna I like to let it sit up. Can you use this one? Or something? So basically we're just cleaning up. You had it. Did they hear what I said about letting lasagna set up? Huh? No? So, in case you didn't hear me, I was saying that when I take the lasagna out, I'd like to just let it set up before I cut into it. I like to let it sit, so I might not be actually tasting that tonight. Maybe I'll just put a spoon in it and take a little taste, but I do like to let the lasagna set up. I think it's better that way. So to give it its time to set up. Can you do me a favor? Go in the front hallway, grab me a water. My next video, I'm going to try to, well, it's going to be the muffins. I'm going to be making the blueberry muffins. That's my next video, definitely. So it's just a matter of what day I'm going to do it. So if you're looking forward to seeing blueberry muffins being made, that'll be the next video. I'm going to be using this mix right here. I said that my next video would be the muffins. Dave 25's a lucky man. Thank you. Thanks, I appreciate the compliment on the cooking stream. Sorry I couldn't read the comments, but once you start making lasagna, you really got to stay with it and just keep doing it. It's kind of like a process, so I wasn't able to read the chats. Where is it? From the same guy? Your wife needs to watch this video? Oh my goodness. Hi baby, I see your chat. Thank you for watching me. I'm cooking the lasagna. Can you show me where it is? Hi Stephanie. Thank you for watching, and you're gonna have some lasagna soon, so it'll be ready for you. And the lasagna will be here for you too, Maria, when you come home. And sorry, I'm already married, so I'm glad you like the cooking though. If you live close by, I'll let you come by and have some. I'm here for the food. got some tomato sauce everywhere, so just trying to clean it up a little. When I was throwing those bay leaves around. I think I got most of them though. So how's everybody doing tonight? Anybody got any cooking stories? Things that they've been cooking lately? Or is everybody out there just watch the videos? So like I said, now it's just the waiting. Once you get all the work done, it's very nice. You just let it cook. And basically everything is cooked if you think about it. The sauce is already cooked. The noodles were halfway cooked. And the cheese just melts. So it's really just blending everything together and finishing off the noodles cooking. And that's all it is. You're welcome. I wish you could come by and try a piece. You have a great evening also. Well, the first 10 minutes is gone. This is probably one of the easiest things to do, putting the lasagna together. And once you do the first layer, you're just basically doing the same thing over and over again. Someday I'd like to do stuffed shells. I've never made them before, but I can't imagine that it would be that hard. Probably just cooking the shells halfway through like you do the lasagna, boiling them. I put sauce at the bottom of the pan and just fill them with cheese and maybe a little bit of sauce. Cover them with sauce, wrap them with aluminum foil, and kind of do it the same way. I'm just guessing. I would probably do it at a lower temperature. I think someday I'm just going to experiment with it and try to make stuffed shells. I've eaten them before, but I've never made them, and I do like them a lot. So. My mom, when she actually makes lasagna, what she does sometimes is she'll actually make a double batch, and she'll make twice as much sauce and boil twice as much noodles and have 2 glass pans ready, and she'll actually make 2 lasagnas because it's basically just doing the same thing over and over again. It's not really that much extra work. She'll bake 2 at the same time, and she'll take one out, let it cool, and then freeze one already baked. So, and you eat the other one, and then maybe like a month later, when you feel like having lasagna again, you just take it out and basically cook it slowly in the oven, you know. And there you go, you have a nice lasagna. It's better than buying something already pre-packaged. So that's something that you can keep in mind too, that if you wanted to do, you can do. Just gotta make sure you have 2 2 pans, you know, and enough pans for the pasta, and that's about it. It's just doing the same thing, and just doing it twice. And I know there was a comment there about my son being a lucky man, and he is lucky because I do like to cook, but my son actually is a good cook too. I gotta give it to him. You know, when he cooks, he's got a good taste for flavors and stuff. He really knows how to get the taste right when he cooks something. It's not just cooking it. When you taste it, you know he knows the seasonings really well. So, and not everybody can do that, but my son is good with that. Just gonna finish cleaning up a little bit. We got about 40 minutes left. The last comment. Oh, can I come on that? What is it? Forgive me, I had to go get some chocolate for my son. Dave, just one, you got any more? Bring it on. Calm down there, take it easy. Don't get yourself too excited. Trying to scam me, huh? Skittles. Where's the good stuff, Dave? Now we're talking. Milky Way. Message retracted. Can't say that. Sorry, buddy. We got about 38 minutes left. And lasagna's starting to put off a nice smell. So everything's blending nice, I can tell. If anybody out there makes something that I cook, let me know. Tell me about it so I can see how you liked it or how it came out. Let me know. I know I had one person, one time I did a stream of peppers and onions, and somebody did try it, and they sent me a message and they said they liked it, so. Next Tuesday I'm making fajitas? I don't know. You never know, I might. As long as I make the muffins before the fajitas, then I'll do it, but I'll put it on the list. I do like fajitas. Actually, there's not much food I don't like. I enjoy most things. And even the things that I don't like, I actually gave it a shot. Muffin Sunday, I'm gonna try, Dave, yeah. Depends if our friend Austin is up or not. So. Yeah, if it wasn't for a little thing called work, I'd be making a lot more videos, but it always seems to get in the way. I really wanted to do this yesterday, but I was just way too tired. It was too late. No, I prefer cat. So did you guys get out there and vote today? I don't know if you can see this, but I did. 7 o'clock in the morning. And there was a line, believe me. I thought I was going to be in and out. I was there for 45 minutes. Kyle Pope voted? Good for him. Hope he's not the only one. Where's Mr. Hubbard tonight? Can we get him on the line? Oh, he likes my cookie streams. Well, that's good. I tried to vote for myself, but they wouldn't let me. I'm just about at the halfway point with the lasagna. So, in about 20 minutes, we'll be taking the aluminum off, the aluminum foil off the top. We'll let it cook for a while without it. And then that'll be it. I think I'm going to try to find some pot holders, because I'll be needing those. everything all set, ready to go. Gonna wait for this thing to finish up. It's a really good feeling cooking stuff yourself. Makes it that much better when you eat it. I really hope this inspires people to go to try cooking things and actually get in the kitchen and try things, because it's actually fun. You know, once you get the hang of it and you get the things you need. All right, Dave 25, go out and vote. Who are we voting for, Dave? We voting for you? You're persistent, aren't you? Don't worry, sooner or later. You gonna buy me a new Ford Ranger? I'd like that. Just make sure it's a 4-door. Slander. Slander mania. Reminds you of The Sopranos, huh? That's because we're Italian around here. You know what I'm talking about? So who's coming over to eat? Crackhead McGee. There's a new iPhone. I'm not sure. Dave would know that. My son would know that. Dave. Dave. You don't have to worry about. I won't shoot you. Huh? I said, you don't have to worry about me. I'm not like some other guys on YouTube. Unstable. Yeah, this Blackhawk shirt is my son's. He gave it to me, so. I use it for work, so. Fan. Yeah. I like the Bruins. What are you gonna say? I wear the shirt for work. New York Rangers? I can deal with that. Born and bred in New York area, actually Long Island. Pretty cool. Bruins are badass. You like that? Alright, here's something you don't see every day. How's that? Much better. Look at all the teams you want. What do you want next? Hang on, Dave. Take it easy. How's that? Brand new Ford Crew Cab Ranger? Yeah, that's the one I like. Bobby Clark was the man back in the day. Oh yeah. Which one did I not try yet? Hi, little baby. You think I'm crazy, huh? I am crazy, Stephanie. My son is the big hockey fan. Where's the 55 shirt? Did I already try that on? White chuck. I do have my own YouTube channel, Dave Senior. Oh, you want me to do a live stream show? Yeah. What's this mean? Do I currently have what? Live in? Do you live in? You need to.
What city do you currently live in? Rhode Island.
Yeah, I live in Rhode Island.
But we live close to the TD Garden.
Yeah, we live close to TD. We actually live close to the TD Garden, so we live in Rhode Island, so that's why we're close to the Bruins.
It's like an hour away.
It's like an hour from here, the Bruins, where the Bruins play. That's enough, Dave. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. How's that one? Really? You always have the jersey? Islanders? American Choppers. Oh, this gut's from cooking. Believe me. I don't let my food go to waste. This jersey is actually really comfortable. I like this one. Have you guys ever heard of this guy? Yeah, the Ranger can handle it. It's a Ford.
Look, here's something for OG Geezer. Look.
Yep, 41 years old. He's still doing it.
For OG Geezer.
In case you guys are wondering if my son likes sports, well, now you know. He's pretty much running a sports store here. I think I'm going to go ahead and check the lasagna now. I think she's ready. You got a good view of that, Dave? So, we're going to put it back in the oven for a few minutes. And that's going to be it. I think it looks really good. I'm going to save our aluminum foil. We're just going to let that cheese brown a little bit. Let it sit in there for a few minutes. Then we'll pull it out. And it's going to take quite a while for that lasagna to cool down, so we'll let it sit. Better guard that recipe with your life. Thanks, man. Oh, leftover lasagna is the best. I love it. And this lasagna is so thick, you believe me, you don't need much. You cut a piece off and they'll fill you up. It's not like them ones you buy in a box in the store. Nothing like that. In fact, after eating this, I can't even eat frozen lasagnas from the store. I can't even look at it. Even when you buy lasagna at a restaurant, sometimes I don't know what they do to it, but yeah, this is a meat lasagna. If you watch my video on the sauce that I made the other day, I actually fried hamburger. Oh yeah, homemade's the only way to do it when it comes to Italian food. Now, like Spanish food and stuff, I've gone out to restaurants and there are some amazing, amazing restaurants that have tacos and fajitas. But Italian food, it's really hard to find, I think, a really good Italian restaurant. There are a handful. For every 10 you go to, one is really good. You gonna start watching your streams? That's cool, man. Thanks for watching my son's streams. I appreciate it.
What the hell?
Yeah, New York was tough in the 70s. So we got 6 minutes left on the lasagna. But I might pull it out a little sooner, depending. You gonna take a picture of that? Lasagna Nation. Crazy guy, huh? Yeah, when we make the pizza, I gotta be in the mood for that, because it's, when we make it, we're gonna go all out. We're not just gonna make one pizza, we're gonna make a few. We're gonna turn this kitchen into a pizza making machine. Hey, background noise, man. Looking good. She's looking good. She's looking good. You're just getting me a little bit, that's all. You got a long way to go. I got a high tolerance. Marinara. Oh. You take 8 hours to make marinara sauce? Wow. That sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and shut the oven off. It's almost ready to come out, so. You slow cook it in a crock pot. Freaking guy. So we got down to the last 2 minutes. And we'll be taking her out and we can get a peek at it. The finished product. And that's it. Last minute. We got the countdown. Just about there. And that's 1 hour. Shut the timer off. Go ahead and take our lasagna out of the oven. Place it on top. A little crispy on the corners. Let Dave bring the camera in so you can get a good look at it. Tell me what you think. Have him take a picture for my thumbnail. You can take a picture right off of that, right? Okay. I'm gonna reach in. Let that cool. I'm gonna take a little bite. This is smoking hot. I gotta give this a second. Absolutely delicious. So I would like to say, I'd like to thank all of you for watching, especially the ones that stuck around for the whole video. And I really appreciate it. And like I said, I have my own channel now, Dave Senior. I encourage you to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And please give me a like. And until next time, I'd like to say thank you and have a good night.